Good morning, everybody. So I was getting up this morning and starting to do my daily chores, things I had decided I needed to do. This thought came across my mind that was, you can't do it alone. And I was like, okay. And I kept on piddling, and it said again, you can't do it alone. I'm like, oh, okay. And you know what? He's right. You can't do it alone. You can't do one thing in your life that's going to work out the way that it should alone, without God. Now, I know we all try, and I know we all have free will, and of course we think we know better than the next person. We know better than the preachers, and we know better than our parents and our grandparents and our neighbors and our parents if we're younger, you know. We think we can do it alone. I'm tough, I'm strong, I can do it alone. Well, let me tell you, you cannot do it alone. Nothing in your life will be the way that you want it to be if you try to step out on that limb that's bouncing up and down like this without God tethered to you. Because the limb's going to crack, the limb's going to sway one way or another. You're going to come tumbling down to the ground. And it has not worked the way that you thought it was going to. You can't leave God out of the equation. We say, I believe in God. Okay. How much do you believe in God? How do you really believe in God? Is He an everyday part of your life, like brushing your teeth, combing your hair, taking a shower, washing the dishes, cooking a meal? Is He that much a part of your life? Do you take time out to spend time with Him? Now, I can honestly tell you I don't do that every day. I am not sitting here holier than thou. I am delivering a message that you cannot do it alone. And God tunes me up all the time. He don't just say, well, Rebecca, today's the day, and go on and leave me for 10 years. I get tuned up all the time for stuff I'm not doing. The churches are full of sinners. That's where I'm at. I'm a sinner. I'm always going to be a sinner. But in God's eyes, He made me. I'm beautiful, and He's forgiving. And He's my teacher, and He's my leader. And He's my arms around me when I'm in trouble, or my hug, or my to-go-to when I can't find answers for what I need and what I want. My only problem is sometimes my mouth, because my brain doesn't talk to God. My mouth does. The brain makes the mouth talk. I can't just think it. You know how people pray silently? I can't do that. So I'm alone by myself talking out loud, so that I know I can hear what I'm saying to God, okay? So I can't do it alone. God knows my weaknesses. He knows my strengths. But He's always there for me in times when I don't have an answer. And I don't ever have an answer. There are things in my life that I still don't have answers to. There are prayers in my life that have not been answered. But see, all of this is in God's time, not my time. And that's where you need to be. Stop and think about it a minute. What is it that you've done in your life lately with God's blessing? And what have you done with your blessings? And which one fared better? Always ask for God's blessings. Always have Him in your life. Always make sure that He's there, and take time and stop and wait for His answer. If you've asked Him a question, then don't keep rattling on. Stop and listen. He will answer you one way or the other. I had the privilege this weekend of marrying a couple that their relationship started with God. God walked them through the beginning and the end and the middle. He was there and walked them down that sandy aisle lined up by friends and family to get married. He was right beside them, blessing them all the way. In front of his biggest creation, which is the ocean. His most powerful message is in the rolling of the waves and break as they come to shore. That's one of his greatest creations, and he blessed this marriage from beginning to end because they have had God in their life from beginning, middle, to end. Doesn't mean they don't have trials and tribulations and haven't gone through sorrow and pain. We all do that, but with God in your corner and you having him right by your side, he can walk you through anything and get you to the other side. So I hope y'all remember this, and just remember, you can't do it alone. If you try, it's not going to work. So many things I tried to do alone and they didn't work. So just get on your knees and thank him for everything you have and ask him to come into your life. Tell him you do believe in him. You know that he sent his son, his only son, to die on the cross for your sins, my sins, and that he rose again, walked this earth again, and ascended into heaven. You know, one of my sons wrote a song several years back called Do You Believe? And I wish I could find it, because actually I would have played it on Facebook for you to hear. And I don't exactly now remember all the words, but he wrote it and he played it and sang it with his guitar. And it was, you believe in superheroes, you believe in the stars in the sky, you believe in the ocean. Why can't you believe in me? You believe in everything around you. But why can't you believe in me? Hey, I hope y'all have a very blessed day. I know I am. I'm going off with a dear friend today. So even in the rain, hey, little rain can't hurt anybody. I certainly won't melt. I hope y'all have a blessed day again. And thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.